Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Captain's Quarters Show, and I am your host, El Milliner, the Captain. Thank you all for hopping aboard with me for another video. This one is a story out of Chicago, Illinois, where a news crew was robbed while covering robbery stories, right? So there have been a string of robberies across the city of Chicago. This news crew, Univision news crew, was covering the robberies and then got robbed by what looked like three assailants. So no one was injured, okay, but they did get away with some merchandise, okay. So um, let me bring this up so we can check out this story. Man, it's almost poetic sometimes that these things happen like this. And this is the second time a news crew has been robbed there in Chicago in the last month, right? Because there was another incident on August the 8th. So anyway, Chicago TV news crew robbed at gunpoint while reporting on armed robberies. The irony. Wow. A reporter and a photographer for Univision Chicago had a camera, two bags containing equipment, and a personal backpack stolen. And this was, I think, August the 28th. It was updated August 29th, but I think it happened the 28th. Let's see here. It happened, it happened on Monday. So early Monday in West Town, as they were reporting on a recent rash of armed robberies. The reporter and photographer were filming shortly before 5 a.m. in the 1200 block of North Milwaukee Avenue when three men wearing ski masks exited two cars and approached them displaying firearms, according to the news outlet and Chicago police. My gosh, man. Let's see here. Gratefully, the crew is safe. VP of the news station said no injuries were reported. And it says some of the news stations affiliated with the union planned to take additional safety steps, including assigning security to some TV crews. Siddiqui said. So Siddiqui is, I think, like the VP of, let's see here, president of the National Association of Broadcast Employees and Technicians, Local 41. So that's the role of that individual. Man, this is it's crazy. And then at the end it says an ABC7 photographer was assaulted and robbed while covering a news conference August the 8th in the 2800 block of West 5th Avenue, the station reported. So, you know, these situations, they always, tend to say, oh, in Chicago, like many other urban areas, Baltimore, Detroit, Memphis, so on and so forth, they always say, well, it's, the robberies, the assaults, the violence is confined to a few city blocks or a few square miles of the city. Everybody else is not affected, but it's I mean, I'm not familiar with Chicago, but I mean, I don't think they were just like posted up on O Block or somewhere, right? Doing a story. I mean, these people are going wherever and robbing whoever, right? They're not just staying confined in their own neighborhood or city block or whatnot. It's a dangerous thing to have three people run up on a news crew and steal their belongings, right? Their personal belongings and their professional belongings, because they took camera and other things that they need for doing the news. This is terrible, right? But in Chicago, this is what you get when you put in Lori Lightfoot, right? And then you get rid of her, but then who do you put in to replace her? Somebody better? No, nobody better. You put in Brandon Johnson. just as bad as she is. He was on the news recently when all those teens were mobbing the store, stealing the items, causing chaos, right, vandalizing the store. And he was, and I think the word mob was used to describe what they did. And he's like, no, we can't call it the mob. These are not Al Capone wannabes. Like, sir, they are being criminals, right? Acting in criminal ways. And when you got a bunch of people getting together to go destroy a store, that's mob mentality, right? A mob is a group of people committing crime. So, this man is, he talked about that was harsh, too harsh of language or whatever. The guy is soft. He's no better than Lori Lightfoot. So in Chicago, I guess you just look forward to more of this type of behavior. People getting robbed, doing the news, right? Crazy. But let me know down below what y'all thought about this story. And I mean, what can be done about this? What do you think should be done? I know what I think should be done. What do you all think should be done about the crime in Chicago, in Atlanta, Memphis, New Orleans, Detroit, Baltimore, so on and so forth, right? Urban cities all across America, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington. What should be done about this crime? Let me know. Share the video with a friend. And of course, hit that subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate you. Thanks for hopping aboard with me for another video. This was the Captain's Quarters Show, and I was your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Until next time, I am gone.